Hey guys, welcome to my channel. There's a lot of spoilers ahead, so viewer discretion is advised. So, let's jump in. The movie today we are going to recap is Outside the Wire. In 2036, a civil war in Ukraine leads the US to deploy peacekeeping forces there. During an operation, a team of United States Marines and GUMPS, robotic soldiers, are ambushed. Disobeying a direct order, drone pilot First LT Harp deploys a Hellfire missile in a drone strike against a suspected enemy launcher, killing 2 of the Marines but saving the remaining 38. As punishment, Harp, who has never personally served in a war zone before, is sent to Camp Nathaniel, the U.S. base of operations in Ukraine, where he is assigned to Captain Leo, who reveals that he is secretly a highly advanced and experimental android super soldier masquerading as an eccentric human military officer. Harp and Leo set out on a mission to prevent pro-Russian terrorist Viktor Koval from gaining control of a network of Cold War-era nuclear missile silos, under the cover of delivering vaccines to a refugee camp. On the way, their convoy responds to a reported attack on a friendly aid truck, which results in a standoff between the U.S. Marines and armed locals. After a GUMP preempts, Reed shoots a local who threw a rock at the GUMP. Captain Leo manages to negotiate a peaceful solution to the confrontation by giving the locals the contents of the aid truck. However, pro-Russian insurgents ambush the gathered locals and U.S. Marines, which leads to a firefight. This forces Leo and a nervous Harp to travel to the refugee camp on foot, while the U.S. Marines remain behind to engage the insurgents. After arriving at the refugee compound, Leo and Harp are shot at by an insurgent using a sniper rifle, killing a few civilians but missing them. Harp watches as Leo tortures the insurgent for information, before leaving him to be killed by the gathered mob, which disturbs Harp. Leo and Harp meet their contact Sofia, a resistance leader at an orphanage. She tells Harp that U.S. drone strikes are responsible for the deaths of many of the orphans' parents, further unsettling him. Sofia leads them to an arms dealer who knows the location of a bank vault containing nuclear launch codes that Koval is looking for. Harp and Leo travel to the bank, where they are met by Koval's forces, which include several Russian-made GUMPS. While Harp gains the courage to help rescue civilians caught in a crossfire between the Russian GUMPS and a squad of U.S. GUMPS, Leo retrieves the codes but Koval is nowhere to be found. A drone strike called in by Harp destroys the bank and several surrounding buildings, leading the military command to believe both Koval and Leo are dead. The military command to believe both Koval and Leo are dead. Harp reunites with Leo, who tells him that he has his own plans for the codes, and that he has been manipulating Harp into helping him escape the eye of the military command. He knocks out Harp and leaves him on the side of the road where he is picked up by Sofia's men. Leo meets with Koval to give him the codes, but ends up killing him after Koval refuses to give Leo access to a nuclear missile silo under his control. Harp informs Sofia and his commander of Leo's actions, and they realize Leo is planning to launch the nuclear missiles at the United States himself, in order to prevent the country from fighting more destructive wars in future. Harp volunteers to infiltrate the silo and finds Leo has taken over. He disables Leo, but not before Leo initiates the launch of a missile and explaining that his true goal was for the android super soldier program to end in failure. Harp escapes just as the silo is destroyed by a drone strike before the missile can launch. The resulting explosion kills Leo in the process. In the aftermath, Harp returns to Camp Nathaniel and receives praise from his commander, who then informs Harp that he is going home. In the final scene, Harp leaves the base.